Good evening, and welcome to the Paul Green Comedy PaulCast. It is May 29th, 2024. This would be episode 182? 3? 2? I should really look that up before I start. So, thank you so much for listening today. If this is your first time, I'm a stand-up comedian and actor. Pursuing my dreams and sharing my journey as I go, all of the ups and downs, the learnings, the unlearnings, the good, the bad, the ugly, the in-between. I look at it as I talk about this analogy, how in every sports movie, or pretty much every hero's journey, almost every hero's journey movie, there's this part in the movie where they do a montage. I think the most famous one is Rocky, right, where now Rocky's ready. He's got the big fight. And then they just do this montage of his workout routine. What they don't really show is that workout routine was him actually doing that every single day for months on end. Waking up at 5 a.m, eating, drinking a big glass of raw eggs for protein and salmonella, and then jogging however many miles, and then going to that warehouse, that meat freezer, and pummeling the frozen cow carcass, and then jump roping, and then sparring, and then doing the heavy bag and the speed bag. He has to do that every single day for months on end. And movies have a tendency to montage that part and sum it all up in a couple minutes because it is the least interesting, the least fun, the least exciting, the most boring. However, the most crucial and important aspect of every successful journey. But it's the part that nobody really wants to hear or talk about. We're real big on talking about, oh yeah, go for dreams, go for it, or making big changes. I'm going to do this big thing, and that's going to change my whole life. And what I have found and what I am learning is that that's not really the case. Going for dreams involves a lot of waking up every single day and doing the same thing over and over and over again. Being dedicated on a daily basis to a long-term goal, even though the daily thing isn't fun, it isn't exciting, it isn't sexy, it's usually boring, it's usually arduous. You normally don't always want to do it. I know me, I never want to wake up at 5 a.m, little yet wake up 5 a.m, day after day after day after day, and then go run a bunch of miles, and then, whatever. So, the montage. And so, one of the main reasons for me doing this podcast was really my own selfish reasons is to really dedicate myself and to make myself accountable to doing at least one thing on a daily basis. And that's always been the biggest struggle for me. I'm pretty good at like a month. I can do some things for 3 months. I've done 75 hard, which is 75 days. I did pretty good at that. It took me a couple of tries to do it and to do it consistently. But then after the 75th day, I couldn't keep up that strict, regimen. Last year, I was trying to dunk a basketball. I went at that for about 6 months before getting burned out and really turning my focus to other things. Like the sheer volume of work that was required for me to even try to just increase my vertical a little bit was just tremendous. So, but I'm always striving for some sort of fitness goal. And I had alluded yesterday that I am now starting a new fitness thing. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it again. And what I did was I actually signed up for a fitness gym. Now, I have a membership at LA Fitness, but as you know, having a membership to the gym does not automatically convert into a healthy lifestyle. You actually have to go to the thing, and then when you're there, you actually have to do stuff, and then you have to know what you're doing. And I used to hire personal trainers really just to be there to challenge me and to hold me accountable. Accountability is a big thing. And then, it's also helpful. They can give you some tips and tricks. But to me, any sort of success, it's like 10% knowledge and 90% just waking up and doing it every day. And maybe you get a little knowledge, maybe you get a little guidance, maybe you get some pointers on how to do it better, on how to improve. You take all that feedback. But without I'm going to do this thing every day, no matter what your dream is, no matter what your goal is, no matter what you're going for, if you're not doing something on a daily basis to improve or move the needle, even if it's 0.01% in the direction of what you ultimately want to go to, in my experience, you're going to probably not end up seeing the results that maybe you were hoping to achieve when you set out to do the thing. So, what had happened was I started getting Instagram ads for this fitness class that was close by me. And it seemed like a CrossFit gym. And I'm going, that's probably a good thing for me for where I'm at, is just some more like just general fitness, instead of me trying to jump up and dunk a basketball, which is a very specific thing and a very crazy thing, which again, I tried for about 6 months. I got to where I could touch rim. I did increase my vertical. So there was improvement. But when I just looked at what it would potentially take for me to get another 6 inches on my vertical, I don't know, maybe I could have done it, but it just wasn't as much as a priority, and my why wasn't strong enough to put myself through that much work and effort. And I have bigger dreams related to stand-up comedy, related to acting, and the amount of time that I was spending every day trying to dunk a basketball, which is a pretty dumb goal for a guy like me. I just went, I should really be turning my focus towards my comedy career and then goals towards more of a general healthy physique. So, again, I kept getting pinged for this fitness class. It was like, it's like every day they have fitness classes throughout the day. And then what you can do is you can sign up for packages. And based off of what package you sign up for, you get so many classes per month. And then they have an unlimited plan. And the unlimited plan was very close to what it cost to get like a 12-pack. And so I figured, I'm going to get this unlimited plan. And then that way I can just set a goal. And the classes are 50 minutes, right? The gym is close. So it's like I can find a time in my day. What's so funny is just a couple months ago, I was trying to do a goal just to do push-ups and sit-ups, which was a very simple goal. And even just doing push-ups and sit-ups, which I can do in my own house and I could do at any time. I could be watching TV and go, oh, I need to do my push-ups and sit-ups, roll out of bed and do push-ups and sit-ups. I still wasn't even able to keep that goal. So this does two things for me. First of all, I've now committed money, skin in the game. Skin in the game is always so important. The more you've invested in it, the higher probability you have of following through. Secondly, it provides accountability because now I have a gym and I've talked to the head trainer there. He knows what I'm up to. He knows me, right? And it just gives a little extra accountability. Third, it gives me structure, right? I'm actually going to a place. I'm designating this time as the workout time. And while I'm in that gym, I'm going to be surrounded by other people who are going to be working and a trainer who's going to be pushing me, which means I will undoubtedly put more effort in while I'm there as opposed to just working out by myself. Well, it is so much easier to sort of slack off. Even when I would go to LA Fitness, there was nobody pushing me. There was nobody telling me you need to do this many sets or, hey, you can do harder, you can do more, push harder, put a little bit more weight. And that is so crucial and necessary in terms of improving, especially in the health space. So I now have a trainer who is going to be looking at what I'm doing and being able to push me to go harder, faster, stronger, harder, faster, stronger. So that'll be good. And plus I have unlimited classes, and they have classes all throughout the day. So I'm obviously, my schedule is very inconsistent, and I'm traveling a lot. And so this will allow me to pop into classes whenever I'm in town. It is my goal and my intention that every day that I'm in town is to hop over there for at least one class a day. And you can go on their website. You can sign up for classes in advance. And so what I did is I just went up and I signed up for like the next couple of weeks of classes. I'd be like, I'm going to be there this time, this day. And if you cancel, they charge you. So there's more incentive, or they charge you a cancellation fee, right? So that is what I'm up to. So I went to the first fitness class last night, and it happened to be their cardio class. And overall, I did okay. I was able to do, I think it was a 10 exercise circuit and maybe 4 reps at each circuit. And it's all over the place. I mean, you're on one station, you're doing an exercise bike. The next station, you're jumping rope. The next station, you're doing squats. The next station, you're doing a row machine. The next station, you're doing side steps. The next station, you're doing, you're throwing a big medicine ball down on the ground. So it's a lot of different types of exercises in the cardio circuit. And they put a heart monitor on you, which is cool. So they're monitoring your heartbeat, and it displays on the screen. And the goal is with each rep, you want to get your heart rate up to a certain level and then back it back down. And so that was cool. I could not get my heart rate up to the max. So it's like the first rep, you're supposed to kind of go just normal. Second rep, you're supposed to get it up to like a certain level. And the third rep, you're supposed to go all out and get your heart rate, busting out of your chest. And then you have one more rep to cool back down. And then you have a rest period. I could never quite get my heart rate on the like go all out place, because by the time I got to the go all out, I was already pretty much exhausted with what I was doing. Keep in mind, I have been horribly unhealthy for a little while now. My diet, I've not been dieting at all. I was supposed to be off sugar soda. I have not kept that at all. I have been drinking tons of soda, which is my biggest addiction. One of my biggest weaknesses is soda. And so what was interesting about yesterday is I had been traveling all over the weekend. I get back in town, and then so this is yesterday, Tuesday, and just the way my day panned out, I had a bunch of work stuff going on. And the way my day panned out, I didn't really have time to go eat anything, or I didn't make time to go eat anything. And as the class got closer, I'm going, I know this is a cardio night. I don't want to go eat something right now and have a bunch of food in my stomach. So I ended up just going without having eaten anything. I just, drank a bunch of water. So a couple of things. First of all, I didn't have any food in me, which I think was actually better probably than having food in me, to be honest. I think if I would have had food in me, I would have thrown it up anyway. But the other thing is I drank no soda. I only drank water. And so my body is now starting to go through like this chemical imbalance because it has such a high dependency on caffeine and high fructose corn syrup. And whenever I have done this, whenever I've stopped drinking soda for extended periods of time, I always get a massive caffeine withdrawal headache. And that was starting to settle in by about the time the class came around. So I went to the 6 p.m. class, right? So now I've gone all day without soda, where my body's at least used to having some of that sweet sauce to get through the day. So, all of that. And then also just, I haven't been doing any sort of regular exercising. I've been playing basketball maybe once a week. So not a tremendous amount of in shapeness going into this first class. No food. But even with all of that, again, I was able to get through every workout. I did pretty much every set. I would have to rest sometimes in between sets. I wasn't able to do all of the sets. And definitely when it got to the go all out and get your heart rate up to to this certain amount, I was not really able to go all out. I was just sort of able to maintain sort of a base level of exercise. But I did. I got through it all. And, I didn't pass out. By the end, I was starting to get a little nauseous. Like, I kind of felt like I wanted to throw up a little bit. If I had really pushed myself hard, I would have thrown up something. But I didn't. I just got through it. I'm like, this is the first night, my first time in this gym. And I'm happy to be here. And we'll be going there. So I'll be going there even after I finish this podcast. So that is what's going on in the fitness side. On the comedy side, I got 2 really big shows this weekend in Las Vegas that I'm looking forward to at the Notoriety Theater. I'm really excited to see how they turn out. My plan is to do pretty much all new material and then do some improvised music as I normally do. So this will be a really good opportunity for me to see how my material works in another market. If I can tighten up a couple of the spots that haven't quite been hitting as hard as I would like. And we'll see how that goes. With everything that's going on, I've still been writing every day. Every day I just make it a point to crack open the notebook and either try to come up with a new joke or most of what I've been doing is refining this material that I'm working on and trying to get this first 10 to 15 minutes really dialed in. Because I know it's all very close. It's all very close. It's just not quite where I want all of it to be. And I'm still trying to decide if a couple of jokes should belong in the act at all. So I'm sort of in that process. But I think this weekend will be a good litmus test for how things are going. And excited for that. So exercising, back on an exercise routine. I've got a new gym. I've got a new fitness outlet. And I've now gone almost 2 days with no soda. No soda yesterday, no soda today. I pretty much had a caffeine withdrawal headache all day. Today, it's just now actually starting to kind of let go. I think I've drank enough water to sort of cycle my system to where it's going, okay, I think we're not getting any of that sweet caffeine and sugar today, fellas. Let's wrap it up and go home. I don't know what I was personifying right there. But that is the update on the dream, everybody, for May 29th, 2024. I hope all of you are doing well. Your dreams are coming true. You are pushing through the rocky montage moments of your life and finding ways to get yourself the commitment, the accountability that you need, putting yourself in situations to push yourself and to be disciplined on the daily necessities of moving forward towards a dream. And I hope that's all going well for you. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening to the Paul Green Comedy Podcast today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.